Oh, okay, let's have a look. So what we're going to be testing here is, I mentioned when I was doing my tier list, I don't like Yrliet because Operative is a very low impacting class, and I said that the only real use case for assassins is using their abilities with burst fire weapons like Chainsaw. One of the comments pointed out that there are burst fire only ranged weapons like the shard carbines and the splinter rifles. Don't know why my brain never thought to do that. This is exactly what I abuse with chainsaws. Why wouldn't it work with the ranged weapons? And lo and behold, it does. So this is actually probably something that I see the devs fixing, because I reckon chainsaws with killing edge is going to get nerfed. But as long as we have that, we can have a lot of fun and also abuse that with shard carbines, which gives you a really good reason to actually use Yrliet. So essentially what you can do is you can set up killing edge to be used with her burst fire only weapons. So when you've only got one type of attack, if you've only got Deadeye Shot, your killing edges will always be Deadeye Shot. And if you've only got burst fire, then all your burst fires, when you use killing edge or Death Whisper, or the same with Claim the Bounty, will always be burst fire. So this is something that you can really use to make a case for an assassin Yrliet. The only problem is there's only one notes and weakness, so you can only ever have one useful assassin in your entire party. But it's a way that you can build up quite a lot of damage. And by mixing the Wanderer's Potent, you can actually increase your attack economy quite substantially. So this is, this is a perfectly viable strategy. I've already actually, so below you'll see that I've got a Steam guide for how to make companion builds. And I've also got the Google Docs spreadsheet. I've added the alternative build for this. I need to probably min-max it a little bit more. But no, this is very, very viable. Operative still has the issue that it has no mobility, but you're getting through the low attack economy using the burst fire. The other issue is you're going to be reloading a lot because obviously, even on Sweep Edition, the actual ammo capacity is fairly low and you're doing 8-shot bursts. But you can lower that by 1 when you do use like Portative Manipulator, and if you're doing it for Final Style, it lowers it by another 1. But no, this is very useful. One thing you can do as assassins, you can take Dance Macabre as well, so you can move around a little bit more. You could remove Poise to Strike and actually swap that to Dance Macabre, so you could have a little bit of movement between your killing edges. That would actually make that a lot easier, so you could actually one-turn encounters. But yeah, so this is playing on Unfair, and this is going up against the the Forceful Gene Stealer, one of those encounters everyone thinks is ridiculous when he jumps down. But yeah, like, Yrliet is comfortably soloing this, which the Bounty Hunter one couldn't do. The damage was just far too low. But like this, each shot of Killing Edge, of course it's decreasing enemies' health, and then doing more damage as you follow up. It'd be better if there was more ways to create openings for the assassin, but as it stands, this is it's very doable. It's very useful, and you're actually putting out some really decent damage. So I'm just having the pie just clear up this last enemy because obviously Yrliet couldn't get to it. But if we just have a quick look at the build that we're going for here. So I took Elusive Shadow. This will stop enemies attacking you, but you could potentially, instead of taking Elusive Shadow there, you could take Dance Macabre, so you've got a little bit more movement at the level 30. Or, instead of taking Poison Strike level 42, you could take Dance Macabre there. But no, this would actually really help with going into Act 3. On this setup as well, you can easily get Perception to 100, so you'll be able to ignore enemy deflection armor by quite a bit as well. You take a lot of gear like Recoil Wall Boots, Tactical Backpack. You can get the Death Dealer Gloves, so you can constantly increase damage, Notes and Weakness, Wraithbone Necklace. You can use Gunslinger's Helm, and you can also use the other things here. But no, it's very good, and the damage itself is fairly respectable, having a little look-see at it. So as you can see, because it burst fires everything, you can get multiple stacks of the hemorrhage effect, which all enhances your lethality. I think by midway through, I already had over 400 lethality when I did that first burst fire into the train. And yes, it is low damage, but you're looking at what, 200 times 8, so that's 1600 damage in a burst fire. When the other build was doing 2 to 500, suddenly your killing edges are doing 1600 damage. Even certain YouTubers that have done like infinite stack buffs to show off like their build cases, where they were using high resolve stacking with the resolve items to do damage via resolve, they were barely hitting 1000, whereas she's easily, and then with all the other stuff on top of it, she's going through 1000 like it is nothing. So yeah, no, highly recommend it. Thanks to that YouTube commenter.